video we are going to see a problem on orthographic projections. For that, here we have a question. The figure shows pictorial view of an object. Draw the following views using first angle method of projection: plan, elevation and side view. This is the diagram which is given to us. This is a 3D diagram and we have to convert it into orthographic projection, that is 2D diagrams. And for that, here they have mentioned we have to use first angle method of projection, and they are saying to draw plan. Plan is the other name for top view. Next, elevation is front view, and then we have to draw side view. Now at first we are going to draw the front view. Front view will be drawn looking in this direction X, which is given in the question, and side view will be drawn by moving towards right, that is we are going to look the object from this side. So it means the side view which we have to draw, it is right hand side view. We need to draw right hand side view. Now when we are drawing it by first angle method of projection, the right hand side view will be drawn onto the left hand side. So here we need to start with the front view, and just before that, whenever you have a question on orthographic projection, first calculate how much is the total length, total height and total width. When we are looking along X direction, 100 is the total length. So I'll write down length is equal to 100 mm. Next, height, here we have this 15 mm block, 15 plus this is 20, that becomes 35, plus 45, that is 80, plus 20, that will give us the total height as 100 mm. Then the width of the object, when we are looking along arrow X direction, we can see the length and height, but if we are going on to the side view, in that case we can see the width. So the total width of the object is 100 mm. So here I have plotted the total length, height and width. We are going to start with the front view first, because whenever we have orthographic projections, the first diagram which we should draw, that should be the front view. And in front view we are going to see the length and height. That is, out of the 3 dimensions, only 2 dimensions are visible from a particular direction. So along X we can see length and height. So first I'll draw a rectangle having length is equal to 100 and height is equal to 100. Drawing a light line, light horizontal line. So here we have XY line, then VP HP, vertical plane, horizontal plane. And now, as I have explained, if we are drawing it by using first angle method of projection, then the right hand side view will be drawn on left hand side. It means side view will be here in VP, and always the front view and side view will be adjacent to one another. So if we are drawing the side view on the left hand side, front view will be on the right hand side. Here there will be front view, here side view, and top view will be below, that is in HP. So starting with the front view which is in VP, I'll draw a light horizontal line. Measuring 100 mm length, and then even the height is 100, and as I have explained, in the front view we are going to see the length and height. Height is 100 mm. So within this box, that is 100 mm length and 100 mm height, we are going to draw the front view of the given object, starting with that. Now when we look at this object from the arrow X direction, the first thing we can see is this plate which is having a height of 15 mm. Now this plate will appear as a rectangle of length 100 and height 15. So here I will be measuring 15 mm height, and the length is already 100, so I am projecting it light so that the complete length we can get. Then After this block, here we are having one more block. As we can see here, this block will also be visible from the arrow x direction. That is, we are going to draw this portion which I am shading here. Now this portion, it is starting from 30 mm from right hand side and it is going up to the top. So for that, I'll measure 30 mm from the right hand side. So here this is 10, 20 and 30. 30 mm from the right hand side. Drawing a light vertical line through it. This portion is in this shape, that is, the top plate will look like a rectangle, even the bottom plate will look like a rectangle. That rectangle is of 20 mm height. So I'm going to draw this portion as it is, measuring 20 mm. Similarly, measuring 20 mm from the top and then drawing light horizontal line through them, even at the bottom, drawing light horizontal line. Next, here we have, after these two rectangular plates, a vertical rectangle. This one, it is also of 20 mm length. So over this I am marking 20 mm, that is, this is 10 and 20, and drawing a vertical line through it. Now after reaching here, when we are looking from arrow x direction, that is the front view, even this triangle will be visible, and this triangle is connecting the top plate to the bottom plate. So here I can connect the top plate with the bottom plate with a right line, means this triangle is visible. So I can say that in this drawing, only this much which I have shaded, this much is the visible portion. So first I'll make it dark and then I'll draw the hidden portion. Like these two circles won't be visible from the front view, so they has to be hidden. First I'll draw the visible portion dark. So this is the visible portion, and in the diagram if we can see, this plate of 15 mm height and these two plates, they are not on the same plane, means this plate is forward and these two plates, they are backwards behind. So while drawing orthographic projection, there should be dark line in between these two plates, and that dark line will indicate the change of plane. So here in the diagram, if we see what I have drawn in the front view, this dark line indicates the change of plane between these two plates and the bottom plate. Next, similarly, for this triangle, it is behind this plate which is of 15 mm height. So again, between both of them there should be dark line. So here I have drawn a dark line, and even the triangle and these two plates, they are not onto the same plane. So again there is dark line as the plate is forward and the triangle is backward. Next, after drawing the visible portion, for the hidden circles, both the circles are hidden, not visible from arrow x direction, and those circles are there in the top and bottom plate which are having 20 mm height. So first I'll locate the center of these circles. The center is 40 mm from the plate, so measuring 40 mm from this plate, drawing a light line. Now this light line will indicate the center line, and the inner circles are of diameter 30 as mentioned here. So from this center line, I will measure 15 mm on one side, 15 mm on the other side. So drawing light line through both of them, drawing light line. Now as the diameter is 30 mm and these two circles will be hidden, and they will be in the form of rectangle. So here I'll make it dark. The circle in the top plate is up to 20 mm height. In the bottom plate it will be throughout. So I'm making it dark. These are hidden lines, also called as dashed lines, and having equal space and equal height. After drawing them, I'll draw the center line here. This is the convention for the center line, and I'm drawing it red. That will indicate medium dark line. If it is black, then it is dark line. So here we complete the front view of the given object, that is the elevation. Then we have to draw the top view. In case of top, we are not going to see the height in top view because height is not visible from the top view. We can only see the length or and width of an object and not the height. So when I'm looking from top, the length 100 and width 100 is visible. So I'll draw the block for that. Length 100 we can get it from the front view itself. So I'm projecting this light, that is the length, and the width is 100. So here I'll first draw a light horizontal line and then measure 100 mm, drawing a light parallel line of 100 mm. Now here we have the block for the top view. Within this we have to draw, and when we are looking at the object from top view, it is clear that this is the center line in the top view, and when I see this center line, the object looks completely symmetric, that is, it is same onto the left and right hand side. So I'll mark the center line taking the midpoint. Here I'll draw a light line. This light line will indicate the center line. Then looking from top, we have to draw those things which are closer to us. So when I'm looking from top, this complete semicircular block and this plate is visible. So I'll be drawing this portion first. And for this semicircle, the radius is 30. Center we can get from the front view. So here we have to draw this semicircular part looking from top, having radius 30, and this is the center. Projecting this center in the top view. Now this will be the center for that semicircle, having radius 30. It is up to the end, keeping this as the center, and here we have the radius. Drawing a light semicircle, drawing a light line through it. Now this semicircle is extended by 40 mm length, so we have to extend it, and in the top view we have that 40 mm length already. In the front view we have already, so I'm projecting it into the top view. So projecting that 40 mm length in the top view, and then extending this semicircle up to that line. Within this semicircular part, there is also a circle of diameter 30, and that circle we have drawn as hidden line in the front view. Here is the center of the circle, and radius I can get it from the front view. So this is the radius. Then drawing a light circle, keeping the same center. When we are looking from top, this rib is also visible, but it will be visible as a straight rectangle having width 12 mm. So here we have the center line, and this is the inclined rib, appears as a straight rectangle of 12 mm width. So I'll measure 6 mm on one side and 6 mm on the other side, so that we get the width of the rib This is the rib. Next, when we are looking from top, the complete base is visible, that is the portion which I am shading here. This part is completely visible, and here we see the corners are curved. They are having radius of 20 mm. So next I'll draw that curved part, radius 20. So for that I'll measure 20 from one corner and then draw a light line through this point, light vertical line. Next, over this vertical line I'll again measure a distance of 20 mm to get the center, and then drawing a light horizontal line through it. So this is the center, and here we have to draw a quarter circle of radius 20, measuring this radius, drawing a quarter circle here. Similarly, we have to go on drawing these quarter circles at all the four corners. So here I have this vertical line, I'll project it light. Now over this I'll measure the distance 20 mm. Drawing a light line from here, then measuring, taking this as the center, and here we have the radius, drawing a light arc. Similarly on the other two corners I'll draw the quarter circle. So here we have a light line. Over this I'll measure a distance of 20 mm. This gives me the center. So keeping this as the center, I'll draw a light arc. Similarly onto the last corner, a light vertical line, and then here we already have that horizontal line. I will project it where these two lines intersect. That will give us the center. So keeping this center. Now after completing this quarter circle, I'll make it dark. This complete quarter circle and the outer boundary is visible from the top. Drawing an arc. Then I'll join all these arcs. So here I'll connect all the quarter circles which I have drawn. Complete outline will be visible. Then this complete semicircular portion is visible from the top. So I'll have to make it dark. Next, this circle is also visible. This portion is extended. Even the rib will be made dark. But when we are looking from top, then this height is not visible. But here there is a cut. So this cut, when it is not visible from the top, it has to be drawn hidden because this will be throughout the width. So I'll project it. With the help of light line. And then drawing it with dotted line. So here is the top view of the object, which is the complete top view. After drawing the top view, in the problem it is mentioned we have to draw the side view, and that side view is right hand side view as we are going to be shifted here. So I can say that observer is looking in this direction in the side view. Now by first angle method of projection, right hand side view needs to be drawn onto the left hand side. Now for the side view, here we require a 45-degree line. So I'm selecting a point measuring 45 degree, drawing a light line. Now when we are drawing the side view, in case of that, out of length, height and width, from the side, height and width will be visible. It means length won't be visible in the side view, only width and height. So height we can get from the front view and width from the top view. So here I get the height of the side view. Now for the width, I'm going to take the projection from the top view. So here I have got the width from the top view. Now in case of side view, when we are looking as an observer here, the first thing visible is this plate, which is of 100 mm width and 15 mm height. So as I have explained, height we can get from the front view and width is there from the top view. The plate has height of 15, width of 100. So this complete width is 100. That has been done. Again, as an observer, when we are looking from this side, this rectangle is visible. Its height we can get it from the front view. So here is the height of that rectangle, which is just above the 15 mm block plate. Width is nothing but it is the diameter of this outer semicircle. So we can project it from the top view. I am going to get the width of that portion. So getting the width of that portion from the top view. Next, when we are looking from the side as an observer, this object is completely symmetric. Like if I consider this center line, whatever portion is there onto the left hand side, same is there on the right hand side. So it means the object is symmetric. So for that I'll draw the center line, getting the center line from the top view. So this is the center line. Then here is that rectangle portion which I have explained. At the same time, when we are looking as an observer here, this rib is completely visible. Its height can be get from the front view, and from the top view I'll get its width. So projecting the rib in the side view. So getting the rib in the side view. Now I'll make it dark. That is, at first, as I've explained, this complete block or plate is visible. So I'll make this plate dark. Next, after this plate, this rectangular block is visible, which is for this semicircular portion. Now I'll make this rib also dark. When we are looking from side, then this cut which is there inside is not visible. So that will be hidden. So I'll project that cut from the front view with light line. So there is a cut inside this rectangle which cut is throughout the width. So it will be hidden, drawn with the help of dotted line. Next, a similar cut is there at the bottom. There are two circles inside both the plates. They are also not visible from the side. So it means when we are drawing those circles, they will appear as rectangle and with dotted line. They are hidden. So in order to project them, I can take the projection from the top view because height of that those circles are already there. I need to know the width which is corresponding to their diameters. Projecting it light. Similarly, I'll take the projection from bottom as well because I want the diameter. So the circles are inside the top plate and in the bottom plate it is there throughout. So here we complete the side view of the given object as an observer here. We have drawn completely the visible portion and the hidden portion. Next, I'll give the dimensions to it. Starting with the front view. 45 mm height here. In dimension lines or the dimensions, they must be medium dark, that is lighter than the outline. Here I am using black line for dark lines, black color for dark lines, and red will be for medium dark. Next, here the height is 15 mm and then it is 20 mm. After that the total height is 100. So this is the way of giving the dimensioning, that we leave one of the dimensions and give the total dimension. That is, I'm not giving this height as 20. Instead of that, I'm giving the total dimension. So from this we can subtract and get the value. Next, the location of this center line. Here this center line is located at a distance of 40 mm measured from 30 mm on this side. Then the total length is 100 mm. Then after completing the dimension in the front view, next I'll give the dimensions in the top view where I can see the semicircle as well as the circle. Now the circle is having a diameter of 30 mm. So this diameter is 30 mm. Then radius of the semicircle, that is 30. This radius is 30 mm. So next, here also I'll give the dimensions for this plate. It is 20 mm thick. Here I'll draw the center line in the top view. Next, radius is 20 for these quarter circles. And it is understood that this radius 20 will be there on all sides. Next, after reaching up till here, the side view is left. For that, here we have the web. Web is of 12 mm width. Then we have this portion, this rectangle, which was of 40 mm width, or here that was of Actually this was 60. This plate is of 15 height, and the total height was 100. And as mentioned in the question, we had to draw the plan, that is top view, elevation, front view, side view, which is right hand side view. We have completed everything, and with this we complete this problem.